Good evening, guys. My name is Rajkiran. I am super excited to be here. On behalf of School of AI, we welcome you to our day 3 of Python study group. Some of the participants have sent their assignments, and I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate them for all the effort they have put. We are keeping track of all your assignments and activity. So I request all of you to please submit each assignment before the upcoming class. Keep in mind that you will have a chance to win goodies from School of AI Trivandrum. Before we jump into today's content, let us have an overview of what we have learned during the last session. We started off by exploring the fundamentals of Python. The print function is used to display or output something into the console. It is one of the most widely used functions in Python. We have only looked at the basics of print function. Then we have looked at variable. Variable is a reserved memory location that can be used to store data or values. Expressions are nothing but values, except they can have operations like addition or subtraction. Anything that does something is called a statement, and assigning a value to a variable makes it an assignment statement. Statements can be a single line or a multi-line. In Python, indentation plays an important role. If the indentation is wrong, you will have an error. Then we have looked at tokens in Python. A token is the smallest individual unit of Python programming language. The different types of tokens are keywords, identifiers, literals, punctuators, and operators. We have also looked at how to delete a variable from memory. You can get this presentation by going to the following link: tiny.cc/SoAI Python v2-1. Just go to the following link and you will get this presentation. From today onwards, I will be keeping an eye on the chat panel on YouTube during the live session. Make sure you clear all your doubts before going to the next session. Otherwise, you will have difficulties in understanding the upcoming classes. You can ask doubts in YouTube channel during the live session, YouTube chat during the live session. Our team of Python experts will help you clear all your doubts. Once the session is over, you can still ask the doubts via the Discord channel. We'll try to answer all your questions as and when we are available. Today, we will be looking at different types of data. We might not be able to complete all the data types by today, so this topic will extend to the next day, that is day 4 also. So let's get started. I request all of you to open Colab and start coding with me. Go to Google and type Colab. Colab.research.google.com. That is the site that you will have to click on. Click on that site and create a new Python 3 notebook. Okay, now the notebook is ready. You can name this notebook to whatever you want. I'll be typing week to part 1. So I have renamed my notebook as week 2 part 1. Okay. In last class, we have discussed a little about the data type numbers, and we started off with strings. Don't worry if you have missed the day 2. I will once again give you a small idea of what number is and then proceed to today's class. There are different type of data types. They are numbers, strings, list, dictionary, tuples, set, and boolean. These are the basic data types in Python. So let's start with numbers. Numbers can be actually divided into two categories, that is integer and float, that is floating point. Integer is just a whole number, whereas floating point is a number with a decimal point. If you write 5, this becomes an integer. And if you write 5.0, this becomes a float. You can check the type of data by using the type function. Type is actually a function. Just give me a minute, I'm connecting. Okay, now cell is running. See, type is actually a function. You just need to put 5 here and see that it is integer, and 5.0 will become float. We have also looked at manipulations on numbers, that for example like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo, etc. To add two numbers, you can say 5 plus 2 and you will get the result as 7. Same you can do for subtraction, multiplication, and division. The advantage of Python is that it will automatically figure out the data type and convert to the higher value data type. So here you can see that 5 and 2, when divided, you will get 2.5, which is actually a floating point number. You can find the remainder, that is a modulo operation, by using percentage. What you are seeing here is actually 5 divided by 2 and the remainder of that division, that is 1. These are some of the manipulations that we have discussed in our last class. From today, we will be more concentrating on strings, dictionaries, and lists. So let's get started. We will clear all the cells. And I will create a text cell and name it cells plus strings. Okay. We have actually looked at what a string is. String is nothing but an ordered collection of characters. Character can be either alphabets, numbers, or any special characters. You can write a string by enclosing the characters inside a double quotes. So whenever you write anything inside a double quotes, it becomes a string. Hello. Hello becomes a string. There are several ways you can write strings. Either you can do single double quotes, you can do triple double quotes, type in hello, or you can use triple single quotes and type in hello. What you are seeing here are all strings. The advantage of this one and this cell is that it can support multi-line. See, this is what you will get. You can assign any data or any value into a variable. If you want to assign a string into a variable, let's say yes, you can do as yes double quotes hello hello, and you can see that it gets assigned. And when you try to print out s, you can see the value that is hello. So there's a couple of things that I would like to talk. There is a concept called escape sequences. They are characters that begins with a backslash. That is this character. If you want to create a string with a new line in between, that is hello world, you want to put a new line in between so that the output becomes like hello world, you can add an escape sequence that is backslash n. Okay, now when you try to print s, you can see that it outputs as hello, and it will put a new line there and it will print world. The backslash n is actually a escape sequence for creating a new line. Similarly, there is another thing called t, backslash t. It will create a tab in between. When you try to run this cell, you can see that a tab is being added in between hello world. There are other escape sequences like this, but backslash n and backslash t are most commonly used escape sequences. Now let us look at some manipulations in strings. I hope all of you guys are coding along with me. As I have mentioned in the previous class, just open my YouTube channel or just listen to the YouTube and start coding along with me. What you can do is that you can create a window like this, and like this you can code along with me. In the left panel, what you can do is put on my video, and in the right panel you can actually code. So this is the way I would request all of you to code along with me. Okay. Okay. Now, we have looked at 5 plus 3 would give us 8, right? What output do you expect when we try to do this? It actually returns 53. This is because 5 and 3 are not numbers. It is actually a string. A string can also be enclosed inside a single quotes. This is also a string. So what you are seeing here is string 5 plus string 3. What it will do is try to concatenate two strings and form a single string. You can do it with hello space and plus world, and it will return hello world. Now, indexing and slicing. So what is indexing and slicing? I have created a variable and assigned a string hello. What if I need to just display the first character, that is capital H? You can do that by specifying S inside square brackets, put 0. This will print out H. Why is it happening like this? Because string is actually an ordered collection of characters. So H will have a position or index of 0. E will have an index of 1, followed by L, 3, and so on. That is, HELLO would actually have indexes as starting from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. You can see that you can grab the letter E by using the index 1. Always keep in mind that the index position starts from 0, not from 1. So if you try S of 1, you will only get the second position of that string. So the second position E actually has an index of 1. Another thing to note is that there is a concept called reverse indexing, which means that this will have an index of -5, E will have an index of -4, L will have an index of -3, -2, and -1. So if you have to pick the last character, you can just do S of -1. So this will pick the character O. If you do -2, it will pick L. So this is called a reverse indexing. String supports reverse indexing. So you can actually grab elements from string using 0, 1, 2, 3, or the reverse index, that is -1, -2, -3, and so on. This is how you grab a particular character from an index. Now let's look at slicing. What if you have to grab a subset of a string? Subset, by subset I mean from the entire hello, what if you just need to pick out the ELL character? For that, you can use S of, what is the starting position of E? From here we can see that E begins at 1. So from 1 colon to how much characters do we need? ELL, right? So what is the count? 3. So the last character would be L, that is having of index 3, right? So what if I type here 3? This is actually called a slicing. What it does is that it will take characters from index position 1 to index position 3. This is what you expect, right? But what happened? See, it is only picking up EL. What happened to the last final L? That is the third index. This is because the second argument in here, that is the 3, is the upper bound. So only the character index below that number will be fetched. So if you have to fetch the last L also, you will have to put here 4. So from 1 up to 3, you will be getting. So index position from 1 up to 3, you will be able to slice out. So I just showed you because this 4 shows that the 4 is not included. But the starting 1 shows that it is included. So from 1 till 3, you can extract the text. Let me give you another example. Say, hello world. Okay. What if you have to pick the word just WORLD? So let us count. H will be having index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Space will be having an index of 5. And W will be starting from 6. From 6, you will have to grab everything, right? So if you don't specify the second argument, it will grab everything till the end. See? You have grabbed everything from 6th position onwards till the end. So if I do 3, you can see that from starting from 3, you have picked everything till the end. The same can be applied to the first argument also. Let's say you have 6 here and you leave the first space. See? So from starting, it will pick every character till 5, not including 6. The 6 will be neglected, only up to 5 will be fetched or grabbed. So what will happen if I don't specify both of these things? You can see that the entire string has been captured. This is because we have not specified a starting position. So it will start from beginning and we have not specified an end position. So it will go and continue till the end. So from beginning till the end, it will fetch everything. This is called slicing. Slicing actually, is actually like start position, end position, and step size. This is the actual way you can do a slice. What we have looked is just the start and end, right? So what is the step thing? I'm starting from 0 till 6. What will this do? Even if you don't specify the step, it will perform as this itself. Both are same. This and 0 colon 6 colon. Both are same. Okay. So what is this step size? Step size is just to jump as per the step size. If you specify the character 2, starting from H till the index 6, it will only pick by jumping 2 characters. That is, first it will pick H, then it will pick the L and skip the E. Then it will pick O. That is the behavior. It will jump by a step size of 2. You can actually see in the entire string, if you want to pick intermediate characters, you can do this. If you want to jump in the steps of 3, That is also possible. This is what happens if we specify step size of 3. From H, it will go and pick L. From L, it will go and pick W. From W, it will go and pick L. So that is about slicing. During indexing, what will happen if I don't specify, or if I specify something that is out of the index? We can see that H is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello world actually contains 10 characters. So if I type in the 9th character, I should actually get the last one, right? Sorry. In the 10th character, I will actually get the last one, right? So what if I do 11? This will raise an error because we are going out of range. It only has up to 10. So this is what happens if you try and put in any number. You can only put from start index till the end index. Now I would like to talk about a function called len, that is the length function. We can actually find length of the string using len function. Type len and inside a parenthesis, if you specify s, you can see that it has shown the actual length of the hello world. That is 11 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 characters. Since our indexing starts from 0, our last index would be 10. So this is how you find the length of a string. Now let us look at some inbuilt function. Functions or methods, you can say. Now let us assign a string called name and give it a demo. Okay. Once you run that cell and type in name and just put a dot or a full stop and press the tab in your keyboard. When you press the tab, you can see all the functions that is available in the string. This is all the functions that is available for this variable called name, which is actually a variable of string type. Can check the type, and you can see that it is string. And so when you put full stop and press tab, you can see all the functions. So how can we convert Ramu into a full uppercase character? By uppercase, I mean full capital letters, right? There is a function called upper. When you try doing this, what you are seeing is actually a function. So in order to call this function, you have to add braces. This is how you call a function. If you don't specify these braces, it will only return the function. So in order to call the function, you will need to specify the parenthesis, opening and closing parenthesis. See, now the Ramu has been converted into full uppercase. You can do the same and do lower. See, Ramu has been converted into all lowercase. There are plenty of options available out here. You can just go and check any of them. We can check if the string is fully made of digits. Is Ramu fully made of digits? No, right? So the result would be false. It is not fully made of digits. Can is and see, is it fully made of alphabets? Yes, true. See, it is fully made of alphabets. What you are seeing here is actually a data type that comes under Boolean data type. We will discuss about true and false during the end of the sessions. We can use the help function and see that and call in any function like say help function find. It will actually return what that find function is used for. See, help of inside parenthesis name dot find will actually return what the function is being used for. See, we can see that this is what the function is being used for. Return the lowest index in yes where the substring sub is found. Let us try that out. I am creating a thing called School of AI, and I'm trying to find out name.find a substring called AI. What this function will return is the first index position that is present in the string name. See, what it returns is the beginning of this word AI in this string that is actually in the position or index 10. If you do name of 10, you can see that it is actually this A that is being returned. So if you specify a substring here or any string here, it will find that string in the given variable called name. What if you specify something that is not there, like wow? It will return -1. This shows that the string wow is not found in the variable called name. Now, what is the count? This will count the number of occurrences. We can specify AI. AI only occurs once. If I do AI once more and run this, see, AI occurs 2 times in these strings. This is how you count a string. You can actually specify each character. If you want to count the number of O, you just put here O, and you can see that there are 3 O's or 5. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So this is the use of count function. You can also check if it ends, this string ends with capital I. True, yes, it will end with capital I. Thus it ends with capital J. False. Does it starts with capital J? False. Does it starts with capital A? True. Or you can also try capital like AI. Does it starts with AI? True. So this is some of the inbuilt function that is available in Python for string data type. This is the beauty of Python. All the necessary features are already inbuilt and present inside the pre-built package itself. Now, another thing that I would like to talk about is strip. This is School of AI, right? Name School of AI. There is a function called strip, not strip, split. Split. What this does is it actually finds, it actually splits this whole sequence of character or the string by space. So if you run this, what you are seeing here is actually each words have been splitted. See, so if there is a entire string or entire sentence, you can split that sentence into words by using name.split. So the entire string has been now split into AI, school of AI. See, so this is only because by default, uh, you can actually go inside a function, just click on the beginning of the parenthesis and press tab and see that it expects step is equal to none or max split is equal to -1. See, what if I specify here, like I want to split this entire string by wherever there is a capital S. What you are seeing here, it actually splitted the entire it actually splitted the entire string from the capital S. One thing to note here is that capital S is missing. That is because whatever you specify here in this place, in this split, it will split from that section. That is actually Control MB. If you have a string called A, B, C, D, E, and you specify split as B, it actually splits from here and removes B. This is what you will get as this is what you will get as a return value. Now, what is this actually? The thing that you are actually seeing here is called a list, which is our third data type. This is enclosed in square brackets. The return value that you are getting here is actually a list. We will be looking at list next. So inbuilt function of thing we have looked at almost all the functions. So what if you have to preserve the S also? For that, there is another function called partition. The partition by S. See, now what you have getting, it actually splits from S, but it retains the value yes. So this is the difference between partition and split. This is how you can do all these stuffs with the inbuilt function. If you can go and explore all the other functions, just use the help function and scroll and use any of these functions. Okay, now one thing that I would like to talk is there is a concept called mutable and immutable. So let us look into that. String is actually immutable. So what does immutable means? Mutable versus immutable. I assign a name, let's say just Rahul. Okay. You can actually I will pick another word. Mm, Hello world. You can actually pick the last word from starting from sixth index onwards till the end. See what it has returned is word. You can assign this into like sub any variable. You can give it like in two or say let it be yes. And when we try to print out else, you can see it has actually picked this subsection and assigned to the variable yes. So when you do this is something that I will like. So when you do name of 6, you will get W, right? So we just looked at that. We can do n equal to name 6. What will be n? It will be the character W. What if we do the same thing here? What if we want to replace the word or the character W with D? That is, we have to replace name of 6 as D. Will this work? No. This is only because strings are immutable. Once they have been assigned, you cannot go and change intermediate values. So once the string hello world is being assigned, you cannot go and change the intermediate value. But you can do this. You can change the entire name as like Damu. This will work because we are not changing any index positions here. But when you go and change an index value, that is name of 6 or something into another thing, this will not work. This is because string is mutable. This is something that I would like to explain. Now another thing is immutable. So in immutable, this operation will be possible. Since string is mutable, I cannot show the immutable thing. But there is another data type which is immutable, that is called as list. List. To create a list, all you have to do is strings we have started with double quotes, single quotes, etc. Right? For creating a list, you have to do square bracket, and inside square bracket you can type in 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, etc. 1 is actually a number, a data type of number. 2 is actually a data type of number. 3 is actually a data type of number. What list is helps us is in collecting different data types. So inside list, you can actually add any other data types. You can also add in string like hi. This forms a list. Let me give you an example. So what is a list? List is actually an ordered collection of data of different data types. So this will return a list. You can assign a list into a variable call any variable. I am specifying a variable L, and when you try to print out L, you can see that it is a list. You can check the type of L. You can say it is list type. In strings, we saw that it is a string type, right? This str. So here this would be of type list. The one thing I have forgot to talk about in strings is that during manipulation, where okay, manipulations of string, I have showed you plus, right? You can actually perform multiplication also. Say you have to do a 10 times. See, this will return a 10 times. You want hello and 10 times. See, it will print out hello 10 times. This is also possible while you are manipulating strings. Now coming back to list. So this is what a list sorry guys. This is what a list actually is. Now let us look at, it can actually hold strings also, like it can hold any data. B, C, this is actually a list. See, ABC, right? List. You can also have multiple data like 5 in between, 2 in between, again 2. This is also possible. So you can add any data type inside list. It is actually an ordered collection. So now let us look at some manipulations with list. Okay. Say in a list, let's say 1, 2, 3. And I am saying another thing as x, which is equal to, let's say I am assigning say I'm assigning b. Let it be 4, 5. Okay. I can actually add these two lists and get an output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an ordered collection. So if I do like this, it will be the reverse. That is 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. It will first, using B, it will add A to it. It will add A to the value B. I have told about the mutable and immutable, right? So in this scenario, see, A is actually 1, 2, 3. What if I go and pick the position of 0? I will get 1. Index value of 2 or 1 will return 2. This is possible. A of 1, I am assigning it as 10. Okay, that run without an error, which was not working in our string. See, we we were not able to assign a value like R into the name. It was giving us error. This is because string was mutable. What you are seeing is here is list is actually immutable. So you can do this operation. And when you check A, you can actually see that the value, the index position 1 has been replaced with value 10. This was our A before, and we have changed index value 10 and got output like 1, 10, 3. You can also do the same thing. Do 10. Does this work? See, you have created 10 ones by multiplying. But this will not work because Both are of different type. There is a type mismatch. This would have worked. But the other case wouldn't work because 10 alone is actually of type number and this is of type list. So this won't work. Now let us say we have list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and we have to subtract 2 and 4. 2 and 4. This operation is also not possible. There are a couple of restrictions in using list. This is during the manipulation. So how can we do all these functions? Like string, list also comes with inbuilt functions. Now let us look at inbuilt functions of list. Inbuilt functions of list. I'm assigning L to 1, 2, and 3. Okay. When you print out L, you can see 1, 2, and 3. When you similar a string, just type a dot or full stop and press tab. You can now see a different set of functions that is available in list. See, these are the functions that is available in list data type. Let us see and let us count something. It'll be having 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. If you want to count the number of 2 in this list, what you can do is, see, this is a function you have to put inside parentheses for running the function and type in 2. This will count the number of 2's in this list. There is actually 6 occurrences 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is why we are seeing the result as 6. Now let us look at another function. Index. See, what you are seeing here is it is actually finding the number 2 in this entire list and it will return the first or the beginning position. So this 2 is being searched in all these indexes and we can see that is similar to string. List also begins with 0. So 0, 1. So the first occurrence of 2 is at index position 1. That is what we are seeing here as 1. So if you have to find the position of 3, you can get plus 2. The position of 1, you can get that 0. What if I type 5? It is not present in this list. You can see that it returns a value error saying that 5 is not in the list. So this will raise an error rather than returning -1. This will raise an error. Now let us try to sort this thing. Okay. I will give you another example for that. I have a list of 5, 3, 1, 2, 10. Okay, this is a list. Now I need to sort it. SoRT will actually sort that list. But see, we are not seeing any output here. This is because it will sort the result in place. So when we try to print out L, we can see that now it is being sorted. The other operations were not in place and was not affecting the actual value of L. But when you do dot sort, it actually affects the value of L and it sorts the list as shown below. Okay, you can type reverse equal to true. Now what it does here is that it will sort the string in reverse fashion, that is from descending, like in descending order, 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. If the reverse was false, you can see that L is now in ascending order. You can actually perform the reverse operation using the function reverse. And print out L. You can see that this is been reversed. So let us look at other functions. Pop. Pop actually pops element or removes element from the last position. So in this list, the last position is 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. That is index 5, right? Which holds the value 1. So if you pop, you can actually see that the last element is being removed. And when you try to print out L, you can see that now this list no more contains the last element. You can repeat this process forever. You can use it to pop again. Now it will return 2 and the list is now only 10, 5, 3. You can actually pop again. See, pop again. Now there is only one element. What if we pop this one also? See, now the list is empty. So if you just type in like A is equal to this, just square bracket, what you are actually doing is creating an empty list which does not hold any data. So what if you try and pop this one again? Now this time this will raise an error showing that elements all are popped and the list is empty. Okay, that is about pop. Now let us redefine the things. Let us reinitialize an L. We're not going to run this. We are going to actually out pop. We can actually specify any index value. Now our L is 5, 3, 2, 1, 10, right? 5, 3, 1, 2, 10, right? So if you want to pop the element 3, which is at index 2, index 1, you can specify index 1 here. It will actually pop the value 3. And when you try to look at the value of 3, you can see that the 3 is being popped. Now from this list, if you want to pop the value 2, which is at index position 0, 1, 2. So by doing this, it will actually pop the index 2. When you try to see the L, I have popped 1. I need to pop 2. See, that has been gone. Okay. The indexing and slicing property is same here also. you can actually get, like, we have starting position from 1 or from 0 till the ending position 3. It will return like 5, index position 0, 1, 2, but does not include 3. And you can do the same for the step size of 2. Step size of 2. See, this is being picked. Let me run that again. This is being picked, then 1 is being picked, and then 10 is being picked. This is jumping by a step of 2. You can say 3. All this property is similar to the string itself. Now, what if you do a step size of -1? This will actually reverse the string, reverse the list. So in strings also, see, in string also, doing slicing, you can actually perform like name equal to I, and I'm going to perform a reverse function operation like -1. See, now it has actually reversed the string. So the same can be applied to list also. You can actually reverse anything by using colon colon -1. Okay. What else? That is about the list. Have I talked about pop? Now I like to talk about index expander also. I have a list. It is 5, 6, 7. Name anything like x minus b x. This is my list. Now I need to expand this list. I can use expand, extend, and give in another list like 90, 20, 100. Okay. Now it actually extends this x and appends this list here. This is similar to what we have done with plus, right? Like x plus 90, 20, 100. This is the same as extend. You can add in elements by appending to the list. When you append a value 5 or 10, it actually gets appended to the list. See? Now a 10 is being appended at the last position. You can append 200 and see it has been appended to the last position 200, and it goes on appending the value 6. See, the list becomes bigger and bigger. You can find the length by actually performing this length. See, x has actually 9 elements: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is what we are seeing here as length of x as 9. One day, during the last class, some has actually asked what is the use of sum. You can sum all the values in this list by using this sum function. This is because x or list is iterable. You can iterate, or you can jump from value 5 to 6, 7, 90, 20, and so on. So when you pass in an iterable into the function sum, it will jump onto each value and performs the sum operation. So it will first take 5, add it to 6, add the result to 7, add the result to 90, and so on, and find the sum of the all the elements in the list X. That is about the sum function. You can also remove elements. If you want to remove the value 100, it will be removed. See, now X does not have 100. You can remove 200. But make sure you don't actually assign this to any another variable. For example, if you have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make sure you separate the list elements with comma, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try to pop the element. Like, not pop. What can I say? Okay, I will give an example. Reverse. Let this be reverse. Okay. This will actually reverse this thing, right? So when we look at L, you can see that L has been reversed. What if we do this operation and try to assign the reverse of this list into another variable called reverse list, let's say. I'm assigning the reverse of this list into this variable. So as I expected, you will have the reverse of the list inside this variable, right? No, your assumption is actually wrong. You will have nothing. This is because the reverse function actually does not return anything. It only affects the list L. So since it is not returning anything, you can see that this is of none type, which means none. Nothing has been returned by this function. So the value inside this variable becomes none. That is something that I would like to show. Okay, that is all about numbers, list, and strings. Okay, I'm concluding today's session. In week 2, part 2, we'll be looking at dictionary, tuples, set, and boolean. We can see this is a thing that we will be looking at the next session. So thank you for your valuable time. You have done a great job by attending this course. For another 10 to 15 minutes, I will be available. You can start asking questions. Wait guys, I'm just okay. You can start asking any questions. Okay, I am seeing a list of questions. Can you explain the concept of mutable and immutable? That is the last thing that I'm seeing here. So as I have explained, mutable and immutable is what we just saw here, right? List is actually mutable, which means Intermediate values cannot be changed. No, string is actually string is actually immutable, and the intermediate values cannot be changed. So, I have a question. Oh, sorry, I have said it wrong. See, list is actually immutable. See, I just said it the reverse way actually. By immutable means it means that you cannot go and change. Mutable is it is actually mutable. You can go and change the values. This means that string is immutable, whereas list is mutable. Sorry, guys. There's a mistake from my side. I actually meant string as immutable, but I said as mutable. Okay, I get that. I got your question. Thanks for pointing that. Uh, what else? Are list and arrays same? Okay, that is from Bulla. Okay, list is actually mutable type. Yeah, you can pretty much say that list and array is same. But array comes from the concept of like CCPP, right? They have to be under a single data type. But when coming to Python, you don't need to follow a same data type for list. You can actually add in different data type inside a list. But in like CCPP concept, arrays can only have same values, right? If you create an integer value array, it can only hold integer values. But in Python, when you create a list, you can actually add in integers, strings, and a floating point, anything. Which value will be removed if we use remove when there is more than one appearance of the value. Okay, I will show that one. Say, are you are talking about the list, right? So in list, if you have 1, 2, and again 1, okay, and when you are trying to remove 1, see, you can see that first occurrence of that value will be deleted. This is similar to the find, index, all these functions. So when you use remove, it actually removes the first position. Uh, uh, but yeah, but in video, cell is created automatically after execution. Okay, that is because Aji has asked, why is the cell being created automatically? Because you will be pressing Control Enter, right? What I am doing is Shift Enter. So when you do Shift Enter, it actually creates a new cell for me. Like Shift Enter. If I am typing something here and Shift Enter, see, I get a new shell here. But Control Enter only run that cell for you. It will not move to the next cell. How is it create a new line after execution? Oh, sorry guys. Actually, you can just go to the shortcuts like tools, keyboard shortcuts, and you can see all the shortcuts here. I'm just scrolling up and seeing if anyone is having any doubts. Okay, let's come back. So arrays are also mutable, right? Actually, in Python, list is actually an array, you can say. There is actually no word called array in Python. It is actually list. So I don't know. So arrays are also mutable, right? Are you talking about arrays in CCPP? No, right? Just refer to arrays as list itself so that it will be easy for me to understand also. So are you talking about list when you are talking about array? Utkarsh Raj. Okay. So list is mutable. That is what I have showed you, right? I am actually I'm uh, uh, what can I say? Really thanks to you, Utkarsh, because I have actually said the wrong thing here, right? I have while the session I was talking as the reverse thing, list as immutable and string as mutable. So it is what in my mind actually what I meant was list is actually immutable. I have showed you an example. See, when you create a variable called hello world and just try to change a particular index value, let's say you want to change the index value r, no, 6 to r or something like z, that is not possible. This is because string is immutable. You cannot mutate that for string once it is being formatted, but list is mutable. This is because say L, you are creating a list of 1 2 3 and you are doing L as L of 1. That index position will be pointing to the value 2. So I am doing L of 10, 1 is equal to 10. Now that is happening. 1 10 30. This shows that list is mutable. Will sort work for only list containing the same data type? We can try that out. If I am having like a in value like 10, then I am having like c. Actually, it won't work. I'm just showing L dot sort. See, this is because we are having multiple type of data inside list. List actually supports multiple type of data, but you cannot perform the sort on that. It will return error. See, if the data type is same, it will work, but if it is not same, it will not work. Advait Unikrishnan, is that clear? Okay, he said, okay, bro, I meant to say that like array works in Java, so does list work in list? So why was array not used in Python? Like why was not used in Python? Like there might be some reason. Okay. Hmm. I have not actually tried this. Let me just see. Hmm. I don't know actually what you are talking about. Since I am not so good in, I am actually only used Python, so I don't know how it works in Java and all. Uh, I will clear that question later on. Like arrays work in Java, so does list work in list? So why was array not used in Python? Like there might be some reason. It's a good question. Why was array not used and why was it named as list? I will check it and reply to you in the Discord channel. Okay. So is there any more doubts? Like 2 more minutes is left. So no more doubts. Okay then, guys. Thank you. Thank you for attending today's session, and we will see you on Wednesday. Uh, the assignment 2 is also been shared, so please try to complete that and submit before Wednesday. Thank you, guys. Bye. Good night.